Hello everyone, welcome to our second series on Canada. So in this video, we'll be discussing more on different programs under Express Entry. So I hope this video will give more insight regarding different programs. And if you're eligible, please do fight for your Canadian PR. So we have an expert with us to discuss on this. Please let us dive which are the programs and which is the important program when somebody is in India, how they can file, and which will be the right program, how they need get to know under which program they should file their PR application.
Okay. Now, if we talk about the different programs currently under Express Entry, one is Federal Skilled Program. So basically under Federal Skilled Program, an individual will get a selection on the basis of something known as the core human factor capital. Now, if the selection happens entirely on the basis of parameters like age, education, experience, language test, somebody's sibling is there in Canada on a PR or citizen, or somebody has studied in Canada, or somebody has worked in Canada, and if somebody is married, spouse qualification, spouse language test. So if an invitation comes on the basis of this specific parameters, then the person qualifies under Federal Skilled Program. Definitely, to qualify for Federal Skilled Program, the applicant needs to have minimum 67 points, which is something obvious, and occupation should be in demand. And there has to be at least continuous 12 months of experience in the last 10 years under category tier 0, 1, 2, or 3. So that is the eligibility criteria of Federal Skill Program. Next comes the Federal Trade Program. Now for Federal Trade Program, the experience has to be minimum 2 years in the last 5 years. So the person either needs to have an offer letter from an employer in Canada to qualify for this program, trade program, or needs to have done a certification from a Canadian college or university in the relevant subject. Then would qualify for Federal Trade Program. Now comes the third, which is CEC, or the Canadian Experience Class. So to qualify for Canadian Experience Class, the person needs to have at least 1 year of experience in the last 3 years.
Okay.
Right. So this is more applicable for international graduates or somebody who went on a work permit to Canada. So CEC would certainly be applicable. The other is PNP, the Provincial Nomination Program. So this is a very wider platform, I would say, because since there are 10 provinces have different specific requirements. Each particular province would have different streams. So it would be essential to evaluate when a person starts the process under which stream in a particular province the person would qualify. Because it's not like for all the province, it is not at all mandate that you need to have a job offer from an employer there in that province, because there are many states like Alberta or Ontario or Saskatchewan. In those provinces, there is no such specific requirement that you essentially need to have an offer letter from an employer from those provinces. Certain provinces definitely has that particular specific requirement. Now there are provinces like Manitoba which would say that you need to have a close relative or a friend who can sponsor you, then only you become eligible for the state nomination. So these are the major 4 categories. But of late, what has been really featuring very high is the category-based draw. Now, category-based draw is something which has been, introduced. Something which has been, introduced by the Canadian Immigration Department to make it more, I would say, structured. So that Canada as a country, as a destination benefits, and people who are going from, say, India or any other country, they don't face any such kind of problem, which is employment. So category-based draw, to put it very simple, are the occupations which are under high priority. So they do a very thorough labor market research to identify those occupation. So currently the occupations which are featured under category base are like healthcare, STEM profiles, education category like teachers, French speaking professionals, and definitely agro based professionals. So there is no such certainty, and it is not to be taken for granted that if my occupations currently featuring are the category based row, it would continue featuring, because the moment the requirements are filled, they might take that particular occupation from category, they can exclude, and they might include some other. Like in fact, end of 2024, review is under process with IRCC, where they are considering few other no codes to be placed under category based row. So for all this, what is very important is, for any category, what is the first thing to make your chances, make your profile visibility in the express entry pool.
All right. So that means if somebody really wanted to explore Darana, they should follow these particular pathways, depending on their skill, and it depends profile to profile.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So our viewers have got to know the different programs of Express Entry, and my expert have briefed you related to the programs. So if any individual is interested and want to get settled in Canada, the first and the foremost thing which you need to do is to check your eligibility. So for checking your eligibility, you can reach us at Order Files Explore Visas, and our expert will evaluate your profile and give you the right pathway, which particular program can be the best option for you. Thank you so much.